Bloody ho guys, and welcome to Final Fantasy 14, here today to show off all 10 of the shop bought mounts, because yes, I am very happy to say that I have indeed all 10, and those will set you back a lot of money. I'm going to show you off these mounts, and in these 10 I'm going to be talking about the overall look of them, value for money, and their price tag. And doing that, and I've basically narrowed it down to a list of 10. Done it Eurovision style, rewarding each one a total of 10 points. I don't know if we do bonus points, but no, there is no bonus points. So, okay, so first off in this list, I've got the buttons written down here, which it should be, is now talking about, so the bottom one, it's the newest one, the Magic Bed. Now, the reason why this is the bottom one is for 3 reasons. One, out of the look of all the mounts on this list, this is the least impressive one. When you kind of think about it, if it had been more of an ornate bed, it would have looked a lot better. Something a lot more detailed would have been really nice. That's just me being really picky, I'm aware of that. Value for money, the lowest price that you're kind of looking at is 3.5 million. Now for what this mount is, that's really high. Obviously I don't know the materials you need to craft it to make this bed. I'm pretty sure that's actually how you come by it in the first place. But it is very high for what it is, as well as there is a very funny animation. Actually, the bed does go underwater, so that's why it's ranked so low out of all these top 10 mounts. Okay, so the next one, look at my list, ranked 9. This is again the furniture one. Now, reason being, now with furniture ones is they are quite comical in some ways. I mean, this is great if you're sitting around waiting for a duty in an area where you can summon mounts. But other than that, it's not that special. This is why it only got a 2 out of 10 for looks. My price tag wise, actually it's really good. You're looking at usually on my server a base price of 250,000. I paid a lot more for it when I first got it, but that was at least over a year ago, I think now. So the prices, of course, they do vary upon servers. But although this is a bit more ornate than the bed, has a lot more detailing, it's still quite simple, and that's why I have not put it very high on the list. And not many people tend to favour the furniture-based mounts. Alright, so the next one we have on the list, I'm just making sure I get this order right, is this guy. It's the Dalamel mount. Now, reason why he's actually quite low on the list is, now if I did it based on money-wise, price tag-wise, I mean, you're looking at about, let me see, the lowest one I could get was 13,000. I think on most servers you're probably looking at paying under 20,000. So if you're new to playing Final Fantasy and you want to get yourself a cheap mount, this is fantastic for you guys. You're going to have a great mount and it's very easy to come by. But then that's why, and the value for money, it's so easy to come by that if you want to feel like you're getting something a bit more rare, but then you really enjoy crafting, so you trade it in at the firmament, you get a chance to win one, then I don't know, it becomes a bit of a 50-50 cause. But price tag obviously is very good because it is so cheap. And look-wise, it's a mixture of cute and odd at the same time. It's a bit like Yeti, really. You know, peculiar-looking creature, but it kind of makes it quite sweet in its own way. So that's why I put it at 7th. Now, at 8th. Now, at number 7, I picked this guy, adding up the score total. Now, this is Yeti, I think I'm pronouncing that right, who's basically a gorilla. He is the Harambe of mounts. Everyone quite liked this guy. But before he came out, we just had the army tech mounts, which were basically gorillas wearing armor. But now we have a proper silverback. Really cool design look to the guy. No, I will stipulate actually as well that all the shop bought mounts, none of these have pet actions, so I'll stipulate that first, but all do fly. In fact, I do believe that all mounts fly now, but please remember when I say all mounts fly, you have to have learned the ability to fly. You can't just start the game and fly instantaneously. You have to go through the process. Okay, so, but look-wise, I gave this guy only 4 out of 10. The reason why it seems quite low is compared to all the mounts on the list, that is actually kind of, when I look at the list, it's kind of the looks that actually sum up the overall. Because when you get value for money and price tag, they're kind of almost are opposites of each other. So basically, when compared to the other mounts, it just wasn't as good as the others. I'm sorry, it's nothing against gorillas, because I think the mount is beautiful too, but just compared to what the others can do. But if you like your animal mounts, you're going to like this guy. He's sitting back, hovering around the 1,000,000 mark on my server at the moment on Phoenix. But again, if you're crafting, you can easily just save up the 8,400 scripts and change them in at the firmament, and you won't have to buy it, and you actually save yourself a lot of money. That's actually what a lot of people do. So it's up to you. If you're not good at crafting, or you don't want to do anything in the diadem, then that's the best option for you guys there. Okay, so at number 6, I'm trying to get through this as quick as I can as well, is this guy. Now it was literally torn very close between him and Yeti. The reason why I rank this one high is because when he runs, it looks quite comical. He doesn't want to ride on a furry Yeti. And the great thing about this guy is he lights up at night, which is great for nighttime flying. Yeti basically is a nightmare for that kind of thing. Especially if you're like me, vision's not as great as I'd like it to be with my with my macular edema, but at least this sort of thing does make it very easy. And basically it's just a hairy goo-boo, and you know, it is great. And I mean, look at those arms. He looks like he escaped off the Muppet set. So, you know, that's why I placed him at 6. Okay, 5th place on the map. And, oh, I should say as well, this guy at the time was hovering around 8 million. I think I was very fortunate to get him around the 6 million mark when I actually bought him, but there we go. Okay, so 5th on the board, and this one's actually quite cool, but overlooked quite a bit, is the Zoo mount. The only mount in the game that I know of to alphabetically have the letter Z. Now this guy has a great running motion. He has these light up points, which again, excuse me, is great for nighttime flight. Now, he does have a shop bought equivalent of the Binu, which I apologise because it was brought to my attention in the last Mog Station overall vid. I left out the Binu even though I had it, so I do apologise. I'll rectify that mistake in the every 6 months. I'm going to do a overall Mog Station mount vid to keep up to date, so I will put it in that one. So I apologise for that. This guy averaging at the moment around 5,700. So 575,000. So just over 500,000. At the time, he was kind of going for around 200,000 when I bought him. But here's the thing: there are different ways when it comes to people getting the mount. If they become not so common, then the price goes up. Or if people don't get it the way they used to. And I do believe this was the old diadem. You exchange spoils, and you could then get this mount, and then of course you could get a spare, and then you could sell it on. But it's a very cool mount. Obviously, in flight the wings flap, and it is great. So if you're looking for something quite unique, I would definitely suggest you guys get that one. Okay, 4th, we have another Eurekan. Same with the Elderfus, we now have the Eurekan Petrel. Now this guy, again, great for nighttime flight, because you can't really see it here, but the blue parts of the wings, they glow in the dark. He's got a very cheeky looking face. You do hold on to the reins there. Have kind of like an ornate seat designing here. Very simple yet very elegant, but it's a steep price. Actually a bit cheaper actually though, the Elderfus, giving you only 7 million, but again that is quite high. Of course, so keep chucking around different servers because different servers do different prices. Now the problem with Elderfus and with the Eurekan Petrel, they come from Eureka, and the problem is not everyone likes doing Eureka. I kind of gave up with my relic weapon there because it was just so hard to try and find parties at the time, and when you're farming for mounts, it feels like you can't do everything at once, so it kind of slipped to the wayside. So that's why I had to resort to buying these mounts. But they are very beautiful, very elegant, and great as well for nighttime, also flying underwater. Okay, in 3rd, now maybe someone thought this would be higher, but we have this, the Black Pegasus. The reason why it only got 3rd and not like 2nd or 1st is mainly because of the price tag. The lowest I've seen is around just under 13 million, but on average you're looking at about 15 million. It's a lot of money for a mount. However, I understand why. You'd have to do Palace of the Dead, you have to get past floor 100, you have to get that sack, and if you don't, and then if you get the sack, you're not guaranteed that it's going to contain the mount. But if you're very good at doing it, maybe you can solo it, then yeah, great, you've got a very quick way of making money. It is a very beautiful mount, very elegant, very stylish. But again, so the reason why I didn't get higher was just simply because it's very steep price tag. But definitely worth getting. If you're not very good at those sort of dungeons, I would definitely say save up for this mount because it is beautiful. Okay, now the one that actually overtook it, maybe you guys didn't see this coming, at rank 2, was the Dodo. Now the reason being it got scored higher, it's so comical. The Dodo is hilarious. I mean, look, you're clinging on, you're tilting back, like, way, I'm gonna fall off. It's like you're holding onto a crazed donkey. He's got these tiny little wings. Can you just see him? I don't. It's very hard to see. There you go. Maybe a little side there. I'll try and angle the camera. And when in flight, of course, these wings are beating like a hummingbird. It's so hilarious. The mount is so comical, and I agree with some people. Oversized mounts don't often look that great, but this one does look really good. And I'm hoping that if we ever get a dwarven beast tribe quest, we'll get to unlock the rail mount, which is basically a blue dodo, and that would be awesome. But this guy, wow, really steep. You're looking at where's the price tag? 8.5 million. This is the second highest mount on the list. I don't know if you guys can get it cheaper. I was fortunate. I think I only paid about 2 million when I got it. So it's a case of just keep an eye. If you want to get a mount, add it to your wish list. Keep checking the boards, because sometimes someone puts it up for a lower mount, just wanting a quick sale, or maybe they just they get a few more common mounts and therefore they sell cheaply. So just keep watching if you want one of these mounts, but the prices are a bit too high. Now, the number one mount, it isn't that expensive. It's adorably cute. It's one of my favorites. It is the albino caracal. Basically, this sheep is adorable. Look at that face. It is a perfect replica of the sheep that we see straight away in Limsa and Minza, if your quest started there. It's got this brilliant little walk. I love those tiny little legs. I love the happy little wags, almost like a dog's tail. I love the happy bound. Everything about this mount is beautiful, and it's just wonderful. Now, you're looking at just under 1 million for this mount, usually. Obviously, if you're a crafter, then don't bother. Just get the 8,400 scripts from the firmament and do it that way. But if you're not a crafter, then I'd say this is the mount definitely that you should be going for. 1, the price value is really good for what it is. 2, it just looks amazing. It's spot on the actual mob that we see so often, which is to say fantastic. It's full of character, and it's just wow. I love this mount. From the moment we found out we were going to get it, I was ecstatic about it, and when I actually got on it, it's like, wow, this mount is amazing. If you're an oversized character, it looks good. If you're a Lalafell, you're a potato, it's adorable still. It's just a beautiful mount. I can't really say enough about this. I really love it. So there you go, guys. Those are my personal top 10 of the market board mounts, of what I think are worth it and what aren't worth it, what you should be looking for to save a bit of money here and there. Again, so keep checking different servers, different times, because the prices go up and down all the time. So if there's one of these mounts that you'd like to keep your eye on, just add it to your wish list on the market board. You can just quickly scroll to that first thing every time, every day, every week you sign in, and then just save up. Every little bit helps, literally, when you're saving up for a mount. So there we go, guys. Thanks for watching this vid. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you guys are staying safe. Keep watching for more mount vids that will hopefully be coming soon. So yeah, you guys have a good day. Until the next vid, goodbye.